It's a Tuesday, the kind of day you barely notice, the kind that slips by in a blur of routine and repetition. Just another ordinary day, until it isn't. The city hums with life, people lost in their own worlds, rushing to jobs, school, appointments. You're stuck in traffic, scrolling your phone, radio humming, the world buzzing with routine. The familiar sounds of engines, horns, and chatter fill the air. Suddenly the radio pops and dies. Your phone goes black. The digital world you rely on vanishes in an instant. The traffic lights ahead are dark, no blinking, no color, just lifeless metal hanging above the intersection. You try to restart your phone, nothing, no signal, no power, not even a flicker of hope from the screen. The digital billboards are blank. The city's voice, once loud and bright, is suddenly silent and empty. Then you notice the silence. It's not just quiet, it's a void, a sudden absence of everything you took for granted. No engines, no music, no hum of life. The city feels frozen, as if time itself has stopped. People step out of their cars, confusion on every face. Strangers exchange worried glances, searching for answers that aren't there. It's not just your car or your phone. Everything electric is dead. The world's heartbeat has stopped, leaving only uncertainty. The world hasn't ended with a bang, but with a deafening, unnatural quiet. The silence is almost louder than any disaster. No warning, no broadcast, just a seamless shift from noise to silence. The news is gone, the screens are dark, and time seems to stretch. You stand on a silent highway, holding a dead phone, realizing the world you knew is gone. The isolation feels heavier with every passing second. This isn't a movie, it's a real threat, an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP. A single event, invisible and silent, has changed everything. In an instant, all the modern conveniences we depend on vanish. The world is forced to slow down, to confront a new reality. Suddenly, old skills matter more than any tech degree. Maps, fire, and simple tools become lifelines in a world without power. Surviving this new world starts now, in the confusion and the quiet. People begin to gather, to help, to adapt. Community becomes survival. The story isn't the end of the world, but the beginning of a very different one. Every step forward is into the unknown. An EMP is a scenario that keeps experts up at night. It's a threat that's real, unpredictable, and deeply unsettling. It's not science fiction. It's a dirty job. And it starts right here. The challenge is immediate, and the solutions are anything but simple. The world has changed, and you're in the middle of it. Every decision you make now matters more than ever before. What happens next is up to you. In this new silence, your choices will shape the world that comes after. So, what is an EMP? Think of it as a massive invisible wave of energy, like a lightning strike that blankets a continent. It doesn't destroy buildings or hurt people directly. It attacks our technology, frying circuits everywhere. Imagine a power surge 1,000 times stronger than anything you've seen, instantly killing phones, computers, cars, and the power grid. The big transformers that run our grid, they're toast, and can't be replaced quickly. This isn't a blackout you can fix. It's a technological reset button. In a nanosecond, we're thrown back to a pre-industrial age. EMPs don't care who you are. They target the foundation of our society, electricity. Understanding this is the first step to surviving what comes next. It's not magic. It's physics, and it's a dirty, complicated problem. Knowledge is your first tool. Where does an EMP come from? There are three main culprits. First, a high-altitude nuclear EMP, one nuke detonated in the atmosphere can fry electronics across a continent in seconds. Second, the sun, a massive solar storm called a coronal mass ejection, can overload the grid and destroy transformers, causing blackouts for years. Third, localized EMP weapons, smaller targeted devices that can cripple a city or financial district. Each horseman has its own method, but the result is the same: chaos and silence. One warhead, one solar storm, or one device can change everything. The threat is real, and it's not just science fiction. Understanding the source is key to preparing for the aftermath. The grid apocalypse has more than one face. Back on the highway, the silence is overwhelming. The usual hum of engines and distant city noise is replaced by an eerie stillness, broken only by the occasional car door slamming or a confused voice calling out. The world feels paused, as if time itself is holding its breath. People step out of their cars, still thinking it's just a power outage. They check their phones, try to start their engines, and look for answers from others, but no one seems to know what's happening. In hospitals, the situation is dire. Life-saving machines go dark, backup generators fail, and chaos erupts. Medical staff scramble to help patients, improvising with flashlights and manual equipment, but the sense of helplessness is palpable. The most vulnerable are the first to suffer. Elderly patients, infants, and those dependent on technology for survival are suddenly at the greatest risk, their families powerless to help. In the first 30 minutes, your world shrinks to what you can see and hear. The familiar boundaries of daily life collapse, replaced by darkness and uncertainty. No phones, no news, no information, just uncertainty and fear. People desperately try to reach loved ones, but every attempt is met with silence. Water stops flowing in high-rises, stores can't open registers, and automatic doors are stuck. The basic conveniences of modern life vanish in an instant, leaving confusion and frustration in their wake. The complex system of modern life is severed at its root. The invisible web that connects everything, power, communication, transportation, has unraveled. Society holds its breath, caught between the world that was and the unknown ahead. Every minute that passes deepens the sense of unease. Panic hasn't set in yet, but the seeds are there. Whispers spread through neighborhoods, and people begin to realize this is no ordinary blackout. The illusion of control is gone. For the first time, many are forced to confront just how fragile their sense of security really is. In these first moments, the thin veneer of civilization is about to be tested. People instinctively gather together, seeking comfort and safety in numbers, but uncertainty lingers in every shadow. Most people have no idea how unprepared they really are. As reality sets in, the first questions begin to form. How long will this last? And what will we do next? Transportation grinds to a halt. Older cars with minimal electronics might still run, but most modern vehicles are dead. Highways become parking lots of useless metal. Even if your car works, fuel is limited, gas pumps need electricity, and the supply chain is frozen. Trucks, trains, and planes stop. Grocery stores have only days of food. The concept of going to the store vanishes. Your best options? Walking, biking, maybe a horse. The world suddenly feels enormous again. Every trip is a challenge, and survival depends on your ability to move without machines. In this new world, endurance and resourcefulness matter more than horsepower. The silence after an EMP isn't peaceful, it's suffocating. We're used to constant electronic noise. Its sudden absence is deeply unsettling. Your brain, starved for information, fills the void with fear. You can't call loved ones or check the news. You're isolated in a way modern humans have never known. The loss of control is a massive psychological blow. Panic spreads quickly, leading to bad decisions and social breakdown. The person who can master their fear will think clearly and survive. As hours pass, confusion turns to dread. This isn't temporary, and help isn't coming. The rules have changed. Survival is now your full-time job. The battle is as much mental as physical. The quiet is a constant reminder of what's lost. Mental fortitude is as important as any tool. In the darkness, your mind is your greatest asset, or your worst enemy. The world's gone dark. Your first job, don't panic, stay calm. Panic wastes energy and clouds judgment. Take a breath, assess your situation, stay put unless it's unsafe. Observe what's working and what's not. Gather your family or group, there's strength in numbers. If you must travel, plan your route carefully. Water is your top priority. Fill every container you have. Bathtub, sinks, bottles. This buys you precious time. Next, check your supplies. Non-electric lights, food, first aid, and a hand crank radio if you have one. Focus on the next 72 hours. Create a small island of stability. Don't worry about long-term survival yet. Secure water, stay calm, and think before you act. In chaos, clear thinking is your best weapon. That's how you begin. Hope isn't a plan, preparation is. In a world where uncertainty is the only constant, being ready for the unexpected is a responsibility we all share. Emergencies can happen anytime, anywhere, and the best way to face them is with a clear plan and the right mindset. Start with the basics: water, food, security, and sanitation. These are the pillars of survival, and every household should have a foundation built on them. Store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for 2 weeks, and have a way to purify more. Water is life, and access can disappear in an instant. Build a deep pantry with foods you already eat: canned goods, peanut butter, protein bars. Rotate your stock so nothing goes to waste, and make sure your family is comfortable with the meals you store. Don't forget a manual can opener. When the power's out, simple tools make all the difference. Protect essential electronics in a homemade Faraday cage, like a metal trash can. This can shield radios, flash drives, and backup batteries from electromagnetic threats. Store a hand crank radio, solar charger, and downloaded survival guides. Information and power are critical when the grid is down. Skills matter more than stuff. Learn first aid, basic knots, and how to grow food. Practice these skills regularly so you're ready when it counts. Make a family plan: where to meet, how to get home, what to do if separated. Communication and coordination save lives. Keep a get-home bag in your car with shoes, water, a map, and snacks. Being prepared on the go is just as important as being ready at home. Preparedness is practical, not paranoid. It's about peace of mind, and knowing you've done what you can to protect those you love. Take responsibility for your family now, not when disaster strikes. The best time to act is before you need to. It's a dirty job, but it's yours. Taking action today means less worry tomorrow. The time to prepare is before the lights go out. Start now, and give yourself the confidence to face whatever comes your way. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the idea of a silent apocalypse, but ignoring the problem won't make it go away. The world is fragile, but that's not a reason to despair. It's a reason to prepare. Hope is great, but action is what matters. The steps are simple: store water, buy extra food, learn new skills, make a plan. You don't need a bunker, just common sense and self-reliance. The survivors will be adaptable, practical, and ready to help others. This isn't about lone wolf survival. It's about rebuilding communities. Don't be scared. Be prepared. The knowledge is out there, and the steps are clear. If the world goes silent, you'll know what to do. Having a plan is the most powerful light in the darkness. Now go get your hands dirty.